ሰላም ወንድሞቼና እህቶቼ ሰሞኑን ደግሞ ጠፋ ብዬ ነበረ። ያው ጸሎት እንድታደርጉልኝ ፈዋሽ የሆነውን አምላክ እንድትማጸኑልኝ ጠይቄ በእጄ ላይ ያለው ስቃይ የቀነሰ አሁን ደርቤ ዘርጋ እያደረኩት ነው እና ስለዚህ እግዚአብሔር ስሙ የተባረከ ይሁን። እናንተም ለጸለያችሁልኝ እግዚአብሔር ለተማጸናችሁልኝ ላመሰግናችሁ እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ እላችሁ እወዳለሁ። ሌላ ዛሬ በርዕሱ እንደምታዩት መጽሐፍ ቅዱስ ጥቅስ ወይም ደግሞ ምክር ወይም ደግሞ አስተንትኖ ይዤ አልመጣሁም። ስለ ኢትዮጵያ ምን ያውቃሉ? ስለ ኢትዮጵያ ምን ያውቃሉ ብዬ ስለ ኢትዮጵያ አንዳንድ ነገር ላውራችሁ ነው። Dear brothers and sisters, today I just want to say as I start, thank you for your prayers, because when I feel sick, when I'm feeling pain in my fingers, I requested the saints to pray for me. So I have seen a great improvement. It hasn't gone completely, but now I can move it without any problem. So I would like to say thank you. Today I didn't come with a verse from the Bible just to give a reflection and meditation. Today I came to say something about Ethiopia, some facts about my nation. Is it right to speak about Ethiopia, you as a priest? Sometimes my friends, they do suggest to me, why are you speaking some politics and social teaching while you are a preacher, a teacher, while you are a priest? Well, my point is this. In the Old Testament, Moses, the man of God, Abraham, the man of God, David, and all of them, they dealt with spiritual as well as social aspect of life. Yes, David did sing. David was singing and dancing in front of God. Raising his hand was giving glory to God. At the same time, he was going out to fight when things are not right. At the same time, he was going out to do farming. At the same time, he was going out to sell and buy. Abraham was a man of God who sacrificed for God. But when his brother-in-law, Lot, was abused, was taken hostage, he has to intervene, he has to go and deal with the problem. Last but not least, the perfect revelation of God. No one has seen God but his only son, Yeshua HaMashiach, as we call him, Jesus Christ, revealed him to us. So when he came on earth, he cried for Jerusalem. He said, Jerusalem, 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 Jerusalem. He cried for the perverted way of dealing with people, sacrificing the prophets and killing men of God. Jesus spoke the truth, the divine truth from above and the right teaching here on earth. So who am I to say, oh, I am a spiritual man, oh, I am a priest? I'm not going to speak about social teaching. No, I will speak about social teaching. I speak about history. So today, my topic is, what do you know about Ethiopia? I'm not going to give you the whole facts. Let me put across, before I deal with the present problem, before I deal what's happening now, let me give you bird's eye view of Ethiopia. Yes, different historians, different journalists have said something about Ethiopia. Fine. Let me also give you my view and the truth, where you can refer, where you can study, where you can analyze and know who Ethiopians are, what Ethiopia is. Ethiopia, a land in Africa, East Africa. The old name of Ethiopia was Abyssinia. Still today they call it Ethiopia and Abyssinia. Sometimes they called Ethiopia, Abyssinia, the land of Habasha, or the land of Cush. But the typical, the special, and the right name of that land is Ethiopia, okay? Ethiopia is mentioned in the Bible so many times. I'm not going to quote everything, but to just mention some. The psalmist, the writer of the psalm, has said, Ethiopia stretches her hand to God. So as you know, when he says Ethiopia, it's not the map, it's not the land. Of course, you and me, we do stretch our hands. That's a sign in the land of Ethiopia. Starting from ancient time, Judaism was practiced and lived in Ethiopia. And when the gospel came through Yeshua HaMashiach, probably the only country that received him before us is Jerusalem. There's Ethiopia in the second, even the first century, while apostles were still alive. We have the gospel. We see the Ethiopian unit in Acts of the Apostles chapter 9 in Jerusalem, accepting the Lord Yeshua Mashiach as his Savior and as his Lord, and being baptized by Philip. So after receiving that, do you think that he'll go back to Ethiopia and keep quiet? No, he will preach. And about the 9 saints who went to Ethiopia to preach the gospel, and Fermentius and Aetius, all this, you can refer in history how they brought the good news of salvation to that land. So that land is a spiritual land. Ethiopia in the Bible is mentioned many times. In one of the writings of the prophet says, you Israel, you Israelites, you are beloved to me like the Ethiopians. Remember, you Ethiopians, how beloved you are to God. And remember, other nation, how these people are beloved by God and for God. This is what the Holy Scripture, this is what the Holy Bible says. In the Old Testament, Ethiopia is mentioned in the Psalm. Ethiopia is mentioned in the prophets. In the New Testament, Ethiopia is mentioned in Acts of the Apostle. And the Queen of Ethiopia, Yeshua himself said, the Queen of Ethiopia, Queen Sheba, went to Jerusalem to search and to find about the wisdom of Solomon. So that is the land of Ethiopia. And Ethiopia in the Bible is that much. And it's not only in the Bible. Ethiopia is mentioned by one of the ancient poets, by Homer. What did he say about Ethiopia? Search and find it. It's not only that. Ethiopia is mentioned, and the Prophet Muhammad has warned his followers to respect Ethiopians and to love Ethiopians and to honor Ethiopians and to follow the teaching that is brought by the Ethiopians. And when his followers were persecuted, he told them to go to the righteous land where a righteous king was ruling. That was Ethiopia. This refers to the Muslim tradition, and go and read it there. You'll find it. It's not only that. Ethiopia is the only African country never colonized by the colonizers. The only land of freedom, Midr Agazi. Why? Number one, even if many people do not mention it, I mention it is because of the protection of the Most High Lord, Elohim. Number two, our people do pray. Number three, they were brave. They do fight. Yes, the Italians tried to conquer us. They were not able. The Derbush tried to conquer us. They even killed one of our king. But they were not able to conquer us. British tried systematically by taking back the emperor to control the country. They were not able to conquer us. The Ottoman Empire has tried many times, but they were not able to conquer us. So the land of freedom. If you think of freedom, what freedom means, what equality means, think of Ethiopia and the Ethiopians. Never colonized by any. So we work for freedom, equality, equity. That is the land, Ethiopia. See, look what the Bible is saying, what the Quran is said, what Homer said in the writing, and also what history, that's Ethiopia. Some people, especially in the past 20 odd years, there was a wrong concept. The Tigrian ruling classes, those who are on authority, they want to destroy that prestige. They want to destroy that, establish another Ethiopia, which they say Ethiopia will make Ethiopia with national nationalities. In fact, in the constitution, they wrote as if they are creating Ethiopia. And that Ethiopia they create, they say they can disintegrate anytime they want to disintegrate. So in the constitution, they say we create nation and nationalities together, they make up Ethiopia. In the time where there was no nation and nationalities, in the time where there was no this division, in the time where there was no this politics of theirs, Ethiopia and Ethiopians existed as one united nation, fighting for the freedom, composing all the nation and composing all the tribes, the Amhara, the Oromo, the Tigrians, the Kambata, Walaita, all the 80 tribes, they lived together in love, worked together. They fought together when the enemies came. We didn't have. Recently, in the past 20 odd years, when they took up the evil motto of the Roman, divide et regne, divided and rule. So in order to divide it and rule, in order to stay on their throne for a long time, what did they do? They divided the nation. This is Amhara region, this is based on ethnicity. They tried to divide Ethiopia. So, dear brothers and sisters, so they say this is Amhara region, out of the Amhara region, out Oromo. This is Oromo region, not Tigrians. They have to administer themselves by their own language. Any person that is living in that land start becoming a stranger. They start killing each other. In the past 20 odd years, in the time of the Tigrian regime, the division, the poison was so well planned. People created the mindset that they own that region. No one should go to that. They start calling, this is my Killil. Killil means fenced, protected. No one should come to you. So all of them out. So that animosity was created. So I'm coming to the present situation. That regime, the Tigrian time, the evil they did, number one, they divided the nation based on ethnicity and based on language, which was not before that. The Derg regime didn't do that, Haile Selassie didn't do that, all the others, they kept the country united. But the past, in the name of democracy, in the name of autonomy of region, they destroyed the country and they created animosity between, and they make up stories. They built up monuments like one of our king, Menelik, the one who brought civilization to the nation, the one who brought new technology to the land. He's the first man to bring to the land cars, postal service, telephone. They forget all the good thing he has done, and they make up a fictitious story where you can't prove it. He has cut the breasts of the Oromo people, and they built a monument. They built a statue in the region of Oromo in order to aggravate and create that poison that the Oromo people will rise against the Amhara, and when they kill each other, the Tigrayans will rule. They will have time to steal the belonging of the nation. That's what they did. They built that statue which shows Minilik's soldiers and Minilik cutting the breast of the Oromo mothers. That fact is completely wrong. Number one, you can't prove it. Even if you prove it in war, when the Amhara and the Oromo are fighting, yes, you do cut neck, you do cut hand, you do cut breast, you do cut leg. There are a lot of cuts and there are a lot of disaster. In war, there isn't any body organ which is saying, no, you don't touch this. So cutting a breast or chopping off head or cutting a leg or shooting and destroying, that's part and parcel of the war. So what? The Oromo tribes that were fighting against the Amhara tribe were killing them, the others were killing them. If the others cut, even today, there are the Oromo tribe, they also have a tradition. They have to cut a private part of a man in order to be married. The other, they are still practicing. And we are trying to educate them. We are trying to teach them. But that created a great corruption and destruction for the nation. Thanks to God, they have passed to the post. Dr. Abiy Ahmed came. Yes, this man is a messenger from above. Yes, he is from the Oromo region. He has no racist view. As we know, he always speaks unity. He always speaks love. He always speaks about civilization. He always speaks. That's why he became Nobel Prize winner for 2020. So this nation, the world community didn't award him without investigating into what he done. After he came into authority, within short time, he created peace in the country, establishment. Within short time, he got a great respect and acceptance. He created peace between the Sudan. He created peace with Ethiopia and Eritrea. He created peace in Djibouti. The Tigrayan who lost the war, the Tigrayan who lost their authority, got angry with this. They went back to their region, the region they prepared for 20 years. The money they accumulated there, the armament they took with them, they start using that, sending messengers out to every region, causing disaster. As if Dr. Abiy is causing the war, the fight between the tribes. They have already laid the foundation of the poison for 20-odd years. And now they facilitate that from the north, from the Tigray. They all went into their region. From there, they start causing in the Oromo region, when they get some foolish people who were educated by the Tigrayans in a very narrow-minded, they give them money, they give them armament, they go down and they kill people up to now. Some shameful things that happen in Shashamane, where there are thousands of Oromia people, where there are thousands of Oromo people going for strike in public place. They hang a young man during the daylight, laughing and giggling. That's not the only thing. They were not ashamed. They didn't ask pardon of that son of father and mother. The Tigrayans again facilitated a killing in the Amhara region of all the authorities. More than 10 people within a night. Again, the last thing I'm going to come now, just a week ago, an artist, Ethiopian young artist, was killed. Again by the same system, in order to destroy the nation. When he was killed, still the killer is not known, but it is coordinated by the Tigrayans and by the Oromo in order to create problem on the nation, in order to stop our Renaissance dam to be filled. What did they do? They killed him. And then they want to bury him in Addis Ababa, even if his village is back in where? In Oromia region, Ambo, they want to bury him in Ethiopia. Normally, we Ethiopians, when we die, will be buried in an area where we were born, where our parents are. So, still he was taken there. Now, the story starts. All the Oromo people in the country got angry by the days of this young artist, Hachalu. Because of the Hachalu's murder, which we don't know who has killed him, the government is saying they are still investigating, but the Tigrayans and Oromo people, they concluded that he's killed by the Amhara. So what did they do? In every area in Shashamane, in Oromia region, they start killing the Amhara people, destroying the Amhara people, not only inside the country. Here in London, the Oromo young people went out into the park to destroy the statue of Haile Selassie, one of the well-respected king of Africa. They destroyed this statue. Not only that, they went to the embassy to beat up people who were there served, to destroy, to take down the Ethiopian flag and put on the regional flag of Oromo. They did all stupid things. They say they were angry. And inside the country, they have killed more than hundreds of people. Yes, they were angry with the days of the artists. That's what they were saying. Now, that's not what upsets me. That is not what, yes, when you are angry, you do a lot of wrong things. Yes, that anger might have caused. Now they perverted the story. They changed this story and they say, after killing all those people, they start to go out to strike in America and in Canada and different places to tell to the world that Dr. Abiy is killing them, the Amhara is killing them. This is completely false statement, false information. I was so surprised when the German government announced about the killing of the Oromo people. Yes, the Oromo are killing the other tribes. That's what we know. That's on the ground in Ethiopia. You can go down to Ethiopia. You can prove, yes, in some places when they go, the Oromo went to kill in Gondar. They were killed by those who protect themselves. Otherwise, when they destroyed Haile's result in Zwei, when they destroyed the whole schools in Shashamane, it was the Oromo people who were destroying the other tribe. But what, in the western part of the Oromo people, those who were destroying, they tell to the world that they are being destroyed, they are being persecuted. That's completely false. The fact doesn't say that. The fact says that the Oromo people were angry with the days of the artist, Hachalu. And then they start destroying others, killing others, murdering others. But what they do, they shout to the world that they were being killed. This information about Ethiopia now is really upsetting. So the world, let the world know this. Why? Because information is power. And as believers also, when we know how to tackle, we will stand. So in order to stop the Oromo people killing the other tribes, the police could not control. The police in the Oromia region was standing and watching the killing. So the government has to deploy the military. Now they are cooling down. Johar and his co-workers, Johar Mohammed, the one who owned the Oromia mass media, the one who was the main cause of the killing, is a fundamentalist Muslim who is causing all this. From the time when he was speaking, there was a petition going across that in order this man be sued in court, but because of money and because of corrupted way of doing, he was not tackled. So he, Johar Mohammed, the main cause, is in prison now. His case is being dealt legally. Dear brothers and sisters, I ask you to pray for Ethiopia. I ask you to know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And Oromo brothers and sisters, I would like to say to you in your own language, Ugadu Bada, Sobni Namambasu, Biyarati Hachalun Ajasemejra Ugada, Ajasimun Hachalu, Bayena Marifachisa, Waejala Tamameti, Garu Hachalun Enyu Rachala, Hachalu Kofatu Ajaseme, Namoni Bahardari Ajasamani. Engineering Addis Ababa Kesset Minfune Kesset Ajasame. Isaf Malim Ine. Isaf Malif Chaljataniam, Achalun Ajasame, Iyun Baye Garida. Achalun Ajasame Jane, Demne Namot Ambira Ajasun, Kun Baye Namakanosis. Kana godani ajjesani deebi'anii nu ajjesanii jedhanii addunyaatti himuun kun immoo nama qaanofsiisa. Sobni nama baasu. Hawaasa ደቂ ትግራይ እዚኦም ኣብ ስልጣን ልዕሊ 20 ዓመት ደቂ ትግራይ ከይጥቆሙ ንርእሶም ጅቦም እናመልዑ ከብዶም እናነፍሑ ከም ድላዮም ንብረት ናይ ኢትዮጵያ ክጻወትሉ ዝነበሩ ሰበስልጣናት ህጅን ህዝቢ ትግራይ ንመንስያት ትግራይ ኣታሊሎም ኢትዮጵያ ክትገዛእካ ኢትዮጵያ ከም ዝክተብለካ ዝብል ናይ ሓሶት ወሬ ገዲፍኩም ምስ ኢትዮጵያ ሓቢርኩም ከምቲ ዝነበረና ሰናይ ኩልና ብሓንሳብ ክንዓቢ ኩልና ብሓንሳብ ክንነብር እዚ ዝግበር ዘሎ ናይ ሓሶት ፕሮፓጋንዳ ኣብ ትግራይ ኮይኖም ንሰብ ዘቃትሉ ዘሎ መርሓቲ ኣጋሊጽኩም ክትሕብዎም ክትሕግሁ ይግባኣኩም። እንግዲህ ወገኖች ሆይ ስለ ኢትዮጵያ የማያውቁ እንዲያውቁ ባለፉት 20 ዓመታት የተሰራብን የዘረኝነት መርዝ ሰውን በቋንቋው ከፋፍሎ አማራ፣ ኦሮሞ፣ ከምባታ፣ ወላይታ ተብሎ እንድንባላ ያደረገንን ወዲያ አሽቀንጥረን ጥለን ሁላችን በአንድነት ለነጻነት እንደተዋጋኑ ኢትዮጵያ እጆቿን ወደ እግዚአብሔር ታነሳለች እንደተባለላት እንደዛው እንድንኖር እንግዲህ የጋበዝኳችሁ ሰላም ሁኑ እላችኋለሁ። የሰላም አምላክ ከእናንተ ጋር ይሁን። ተባረኩልኝ። So I leave you with this. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.